Oh, good morning, guys. I know it's been a while. Today is Monday, February 10th. Last week, we only did one load. It was a power only. And we went to... I picked up a load of insulation coming out of Faribault, New York, which is out by Albany. Delivered that on Tuesday morning in Connecticut. Went back, dropped off the trailer. It was round trip. It was 300 miles. Paid $1,000.
In 0.2 miles, take the entrance to the right on I-90 I-690 West. Toll booth ahead.
And then I went home. It was just a crappy week last week. I could have done better. I could have booked out further.
In 700 feet, take the entrance to the right on I-90
But I kept missing out on the loads. So I ended up going home. I'm quitting the power only. I'm going back to flatbed. And I thought about just going back and picking up a van, but I mean, my ultimate goal is to get the step deck, and I just said, you know what, screw it. I'll go grab a flatbed from them for right now, and I can still try to do some power only. So I'm not giving up on it completely. I'm just... Look at this idiot. 3/4 of his windshield's covered in snow, and he's just driving off like that. What an idiot. Anyway, so I headed back home to grab my straps and my chains, my binders, bungees. I'm not gonna grab the tarps yet. I'll get them when I come back home and I have the flatbed. I'm gonna have to spray paint the Mercer off, over the Mercer, but I do still have my steel tarps. But I don't plan on going crazy on tarping.
In a half mile, keep to the right on I-90, and then slide left at 0.3 miles.
So now on to this load. Well, let me go back a little bit more. I headed home. I was gonna load up the stuff, and then that was Wednesday when I headed home.
Keep to the right on I-90, and then slide left at 0.3 miles.
By the time I got back on Thursday, or by the time I got back Tuesday, it was already like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I spent the night there hoping that another load would pop up. Wednesday morning I decided, you know what, I'm probably just gonna head back home and see about getting a flatbed. And then by Wednesday afternoon I decided that's what I was going to do. I got home Wednesday evening. I was going to load up the stuff Thursday morning, and then I was just going to try to see if I could find something heading down south, down to Chattanooga, by Friday. And if I didn't have anything by Friday, I was just going to bobtail down Saturday evening. Ooh, excuse me. But then Thursday, I ended up getting an email. I'm not sure that I told you guys about this yet, but I waited on confirmation and everything from, and that way it's definitely going to be faster to get home. I waited on confirmation a couple weeks ago, waiting for the company to clear everything for this load here. The company Ruan, R-U-A-N, had a posting that I seen, I think it was 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, that I seen on Internet Truck Stop, and it was for power only, pulling a flatbed or a Conestoga, and it was to go. I found out later on they go back and forth. So one day I'll hold the Conestoga, the next day I'll hold the flatbed. I'll hook up to it. It's already secured, ready to go. I bring it to the customers, drop off the material. If it's a flatbed, tie it back up, go to the next customer until the night is done. Well, they contacted me Thursday via email. I did get all approved last week, but this week on the week before I got approved. Last week I got contacted about the load. They have me doing this all this week. So Monday through Friday I'm running this load. I have to slide them tandems, man. That's way too much weight in the nose. So now I'm Monday through Friday this week I'm on this load. Unless they contact me again and say, hey, we can use you again next week. This weekend coming up, I'll be heading down to Chattanooga for a flatbed. If they do need me next week, then great, I'll keep on going. As long as I can stay on this run, I'll stay on it. And then as soon as it ends, I'll head down to Chattanooga and get the flatbed. Hopefully with a trailer, but that is the preference. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. I'll show you guys the breakdown here in a minute. It's pretty good. It's a fluctuation on the miles. So 0 to 99 miles is $300. 100 miles to 199 is $600. And then I think it's 200 miles to 300 miles. It goes from 650 to 700 or something like that. It starts breaking down from there. Then on top of that, it's $50 a stop. $50 a stop and 28 cents a mile fuel surcharge. And it pays tolls. So I got to, like, at the end of the night, I'll contact her. I'll say, hey, it was this much in tolls. And then she'll add that to the rate con. And that's it. So today we have 4 stops. Well, I picked up in Syracuse. And then I have 2 stops in Little Falls, New York. A stop in Frankfort, New York. A stop in Utica, New York. And a stop in East Syracuse, New York, which is my last stop. And then I go back to Syracuse and I drop the trailer off. And then go home. I will be home every night with this load, or with these runs. Even if, I get to my last stop and they're closed, I just take the last stop back to, hold on a second. I take the last stop back with me, and I drop the trailer off with the last stop on it. That's it. So it's a guarantee. You must be back at the end of the night. They need the trailer to be able to reload it, load it with whatever else, and then I guess you try to make the stop the next day or was just talking to the other driver that does this every day, and he said that it does happen, but it's not very often. Most of the time you get it all off with no problem. So I think we should be alright. It's 7:41 right now. We're looking at getting to our first stop at 9 o'clock. The next one's right down the road, and we'll just be working our way back over this way. So 80 miles. Today I did a little calculation. I should be sitting right around, I think it was like right around 800 bucks. I think what I figured was a total day of 200 miles, and after fuel and after F2F taking their cut, I should be seeing right around 600 bucks a day. Yeah, right around 600, and I figured I'd I'd put about 3 grand in my pocket at the end of the week, roughly. So we'll see what happens. I'll give you guys a quick show of what the trailer looks like, and try to grab some footage today of getting unloaded and whatnot. So we'll catch you in a little bit. Good Lord. Alright guys, here we're at our second stop. First stop we unloaded in the front. Most of these skids, all but the bottom 2 on this stack. It's actually one in the front and one in the back on the bottom, are all coming off at this stop. Real fun.
In 2 miles, turn right on Revolutionary Trail, RT5S. Speed warning.
Alright guys, we're all done. There's a good shot of the trailer. I think it looks pretty good on my truck. Although not many trailers look too bad on my truck. I'm disgusting. I got so freaking dirty today. And I am so worn out. I am beyond ready to go home. So we're already all dropped. Everything's already all done. We had 5 stops today. I think I said 4 this morning, but I miscounted it. I forgot about. Well, let's see. We had 2 stops in Little Falls, New York. 1 stop in No, I'm gonna mess that one up. Frankfurt. Then we had, that's what I did. I forgot to write down, okay. So we had 2 Little Falls, one in Frankfort, one in Utica, and then the last one was in East Syracuse, and that was our 5 stops. First 2 stops were only about a mile apart, and they were actually unloaded by the same guy. He he just drove down the road. It was the same company, so I don't know why he was the one to unload everything, but it is what it is. Frankfort went off really quick. Utica, we were there for a little while. We didn't only deliver most of the load at Utica, but we also brought back 22 skids. Make sure nobody's coming in. I'm trying to see which way it's routing me, because the way it brought me in this morning was ridiculous. I'm gonna like that route a lot better. Brought me through all these back roads and stuff this morning. I've lived in this area for about 2 years, but I don't know all the roads.
Take the entrance to the right on I-90.
Essentially, I've been living here for a couple months, being that I spend so much time on the road. And then when I do come home on the weekends, I have nowhere to go other than home.
To the right on I-90.
Other than sit at home or go to friends or family house. Friends or family's house. It's been one crazy day. I am tired as can be. Gotta go home, gonna get this paperwork knocked out real quick. Running home on personal conveyance, make sure we save these hours for the week. And we'll see what we got tomorrow. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Fingers crossed for the Conestoga for tomorrow. See you tomorrow.